All right, so here we are arriving at this cool sculpting session and kind of excited about it and kind of scared all at the same time. I've never done something like this before. What I've learned is like cool sculpting is something related to like freezing fat and then having your body like naturally get rid of the fat. And I thought to try this thing out. So in styling your life, we're gonna like use technology to style our life. Alright, so here we are en route to the cool sculpting session, and we shall see how it turns out. Again, exciting and scary, but we're walking in and it's going to be pretty dope. We're in this cool sculpting session. We're sitting, I guess you would call it a waiting room. It's a pretty luxurious waiting room, and I appreciate that. Makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, I guess, rather than the traditional taupe walls. Remember that line in Ocean's 11? It was like, they say taupe is very soothing. Anyway, sidebar, I love that movie. And I hear these like weird machines clicking. I guess that is the process. Probably some part of it. So we'll check it out. We'll keep it posted. Alright, so it looks like I have to do this telehealth like pop-up, and they said a doctor or a nurse is going to come up on this screen. So I guess I have to approve something, like I'm medically like okay or something like that. And I guess that makes sense. California is a weird place. And I love California though.
Perfect.
No, it's definitely not like an operation room. It's not like invasive or anything.
Alright, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna set this up.
Alright, yeah, so regardless of what this lady told me, she was a very nice lady, by the way. She dealt with my like silly jokes and quirky attitude and personality, but this was pretty intense, right? Like, I got this lady I've never seen before. She drew some like cutting incision paints on me. There's no cutting, there's no scraping. This is literally not an operation. It's just a way to freeze and sculpt fat. And but it was pretty intense. After I realized that it wasn't that big of a deal and it wasn't that bad, they started to do like these prep and pads to hold this like suction cup type thing, and this thing is literally like an octopus type thing that's just sucking some form of fat out, and it's just really weird and really awkward all at the same time, but it is what it is. I'm doing this for you so you can learn. So I currently am in that process. I am just don't know what to do. I guess I'm supposed to just sit here. So I will sit here and just figure it out. I've planned accordingly, and I'm listening to some training from my guy Mark Jacobs here, and we shall see what's going on. It is cold, I will say that. It's definitely cold and I feel it, but such is life. So we'll see how this thing goes. Thanks for being along with me on this journey. All right, so immediately after this suction cup area, they have to massage the muscles so they don't get too tight and they can become somewhat normal. And this was very helpful, and it made me feel a little bit better from the awkward coldness. I can definitely say through the process, I'm actually cold. I'm literally cold. I'm taking a break right now just so I can stand up, get some blood flowing through my legs, because as a tall person, I don't fit on the regular bench or length for a normal person, so my feet like hang off, and I am cold. All right, at this point I am done with the process and I'm leaving these machines, and turned out to be pretty interesting, so we shall see what comes out about it, and we'll rock and roll from here. But at this point we are leaving. I would definitely call it cold sculpting rather than cool sculpting, because it is pretty cold. Yeah, for the record, it's pretty cold. We are walking out of this location. They were pretty cool and it turned out all right. So now I'm like hungry. I was there much longer than I anticipated. Thought I was gonna be there for about 90 minutes to 2 hours. I was there for almost 4 hours, and wow, I would rather do it all in one sitting, I guess, rather than come back multiple times. But here we are. We shall see what will happen next. Yours truly, Michael Ferrera, signing off. Peace. All right, these are some quick snapshots from in the location. Like you can see like the stress that's on my stomach and side area. 3 days later, I still have it, and it's kind of uncomfortable. It literally feels like there's extra skin on your body and it's just hanging there numb. And after a while, like it was still like that. I personally don't feel like it was a massive difference. My wife says that she does see the change and difference, but I don't know if I'm being honest. Like it kind of looks and feels the same. So this is a couple shots and videos a couple weeks later, and here's the final shots like after a month out. And 30 days later, based on what they said, and 45 days later, as you see here, like, I mean, it's okay. I don't feel drastically different. I actually don't even feel drastically better. I felt good prior to doing this cool sculpting, so it wasn't like I was in a depressed state or a bad state to go on and do this. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with doing this to kind of boost self-esteem or boost productivity or boost personal well-being. I do think that it has more of a mental effect than it does a physical effect. I think if you feel like it will work, it'll work, right? Sounds strange, right? Placebo effect. But I do think like the process was cool. I think I admire the technology more than I do the actual results. I feel like the results come with a combination of me doing this awkward thing and octopus type sculpting on my stomach area while just working out and being conscious of only drinking water. I'm a person that probably drinks 90% water anyway. I'm not a 100% water drinker, but I drink a lot of water regardless. So it was cool to go through the process. Hopefully this helps somebody if you're deciding to take cool sculpting or doing it. Maybe this can give you some little insight or some tidbits on what to think about, what to consider. But I think it's more of a mental booster than it is a physical showing. Maybe if you combine this with a combination of cool sculpting and working out and fitness training and health and eating right, it'll probably be a significant difference. I didn't change anything as it relates to my diet or fitness training after doing this, just FYI. So hope this was helpful. Please subscribe, please like, comment below on anything that you think might be valuable. We'll see you on the next one. Style your life.